Hello, everyone. Here for a week ahead energy reading. I didn't do one last week. The energy has been, I don't know, I've been struggling with it. I don't know how you've all felt. Really hard to kind of tap into. It's probably what I would describe it as. So let's see what wants to come through. I did have a interesting dream last night that feels like it must be relevant since it's coming back into my mind right now. And that was me being somewhere and seeing in the distance mountains kind of erupt with smoke and fire. I didn't think it was a volcano at the time. For some reason, I knew that a tsunami was coming as a result of that, which seems a bit strange. But anyway, next thing I was running up this mountain, trying to get away from the water, from the tsunami. Don't know if that is a metaphorical message or a literal message. I've certainly been getting tsunami vibes for a while for this year, but we will see what ocean what wants to come through. All right. I'm starting off with just pulling one of these pocket archetypes, maybe more than one, to just get some messages, see what wants to come through. Messages for the week ahead for the Mind, Body, Soul Transformation Collective. Messages for the best and highest good. I've got Gnosis and the Vessel. Feels like there's one more. I've not had these two cards before, so interesting. And I will read from the book. See what messages we get. Messages for the week ahead. Probably too many. I split the deck to fault line and then ignored it and just shuffled and it came out. All right, I've actually got 5 cards here. So let's go through what we've got and then I will bring about some meanings and we'll dive into the tarot. I've got Gnosis, the Vessel, the Mirror, the Eternal Child, and the fault line. All right, let's see what we've got. Okay, starting with Gnosis. Those who say they know don't. Those who say they don't know, know. True knowledge is not found in facts, figures, in scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, Gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to Gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling, not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip towards mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of Gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. And then there's just some wording that says this card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifter. All concern themselves with revealing mystic truths and innermost knowing. To me, as I'm reading that just speaks to the idea that might have even been in the last energy reading possibly, of being in a moment right now where there are multiple truths out there and trying to accept that and coming back to our connection with our inner knowing and not being so anchored in this 3D reality of there is all one right thing and everything else is wrong. That really that timeline has slipped away from us now, and it is all about what our truth is in this moment, and not pushing that on other people, absolutely sharing it, but just knowing within you what the truth is that you need to be anchored in at this moment in time, and also being willing to release those truths in the future. All right, we'll move on to the next card, which was the Vessel. All right. The Vessel. The physical body is the most sacred vessel of all. It is the one in which you reside from your first breath to your last. It may need your attention. The body, the container, the cup. The mentor and the healer must pay particular attention to this archetypal form. Healing cannot be sustained without a strong container. The vessel may be the most powerful archetypal form on the earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid, stoves hold fire, and our bodies hold organs. Our homes hold families. Through the simple act of separation, the vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs. Savings accounts protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it is time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full? Or perhaps there is no vessel at all and the contents spill in every direction. It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honoured. It is time for you to build, break, or repair. You must find out. So definitely something for us to look at. I was definitely getting more collective message around that of we are looking at these structures that have held us in a bunch of different ways and questioning those right now and breaking them down and rebuilding new vessels to hold us and keep us truly safe. But I would connect these two cards together of what is your inner knowing telling you around the structures within your life that support you right now, and if change is needed there, and that might be your physical vessel itself, tuning in with your body. I've just finished actually recording a mind body soul scan as part of my awakening course, so tuning in with your body and seeing what messages lie there for you, what needs your attention. Are there things that need to change around how you are taking care of your physical vessel? All right, the next one is the Mirror, which no doubt is going to speak about what is being reflected to us that we need to look at right now. In fact, I'm not even being guided to look at the book message for that card. At all times, there are interesting. I'm going to say what I was going to say and then the message that came through. At all times within our lives, there are situations taking place that are an opportunity for us to look at what that is reflecting within us. And I speak about this a lot on my podcast, on the channel, on my Instagram page. And so to me, this card is a reminder of what are you seeing outside of yourself right now? What is triggering you outside of yourself, or what are you desiring outside of yourself? And what is that mirroring within? To go down that, what are you desiring outside of yourself that is mirroring a need within? I was reflecting on this morning around some of the things that I was seeking outside of myself right now, and really sitting with that and asking myself why. Why is that coming up for me right now? Why is that so important for me right now? And how can I offer that to myself rather than needing it to come from somewhere else? And really, until I'm able to do that and step into that energy of honoring that part of me fully from myself, then I can't call that in outside of myself. And also the question of, do I actually need to? So there's that. The other thing I wanted to say as I was looking at this card and starting on this card is it looks like a fragment or a fractal of a mirror. And coming back to the truth piece, the message that was coming through around this is that we've all got a different piece of this mirror around us. Our lived experience of the world is a reflection of what lives within. And my experience of the world and my reality, my truths, are going to be different than yours because I'm looking through a mirror that's shaped on what lives within. It's shaped on my own lived experiences. It's shaped on my own beliefs about the world. It's shaped on how I view the world. It's shaped on the work that I am doing on myself to try and open myself up. And your mirror, your fractal, your perspective of the world is going to be different to mine. And that doesn't make it right or wrong. It just is. All right, last two cards, the Eternal Child and the Fault Line. Let's see what lies there for us, and then we'll jump into the tarot. 11:11 on the timer. The Eternal Child, I think there might be a few messages here for us, but on the individual level, let me read what's in the book, and then I'll share some other stuff that came from the book wording that made me think that there might be something happening on the collective level, or some truths being revealed on the collective level. The Eternal Child is the inner child and the child of joy. The Eternal Child is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else at any cost. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The Eternal Child wants to nix all the rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return with plenty of friends to the land of the free, where the divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and the sky. We all want to sip from the well of eternal youth, and this makes the Eternal Child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The Eternal Child glimmers and reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. So I do think there's a message here for us to lean into the joyful, playful aspects of life, lean into the magic and revel in the magic, but also a warning that needs to be balanced, that quest for that feeling of constantly being in joy and pleasure and playfulness can lead us down paths that aren't for the best and highest good of ourselves or those around us. Things like addictions and substances, to keep us in that feeling, in that vibration, and that really our experience here on earth isn't just about experiencing all that is wonderful and beautiful in life. It is going through the more challenging times and challenging situations and doing the healing and learning from that to allow our soul to evolve, to allow our lived collective experience to evolve. The other message that was coming through around this card, and even with some of that wording as I was reading that, and I don't want to be too specific around this, but I do think there is a message around this and some of the stuff that is coming out in Hollywood and other circles around children, and possibly the link between that and this quest for eternal youth. Even when I said the Eternal Child is collected instead of connected, I got this icky feeling around some of the activities that might be taking place that maybe are yet to be revealed, and perhaps this is surfacing right now to tell us that that is coming. And lastly, the fault line. All right, the fault line. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful, tense, and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It is likely this cracking open is overdue as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. I don't think there's probably a better card for the moment that we're in and the revealing of what we need to know from the surface below, the cracking open and breaking down of things that once existed to allow us to replace them with something new, to facilitate and force change that needs to happen. And I just want to share another little bit from the booklet, which speaks to the kintsugi pottery that from the Japanese culture, where gold is used to mend cracks. Breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. And I think there's a real opportunity for us to lean into that idea of, yes, things might be breaking down around us, and that might include within our own lives. But how can we look at that as an opportunity to rebuild something even more beautiful than stood there before? And really leaning into that opportunity of how can we rebuild these things that in a way that serves us more in the chapters to come. All right, I'm going to grab the tarot cards and we'll see what comes through for the tarot. Okay, let's see what wants to come through. Messages for the Mind Body Soul Collective for the week ahead. What do we need to know? Messages that are of the light for the best and highest good of all. Thank you, Spirit. So we've got the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, so progression there. Two of Pentacles and Six of Cups. Might actually clarify some of these. Four of Wands seems significant since I noticed the 1111, Two of Cups coming out. And the Lovers. Strength card. Before I clarify some of these cards, what is really interesting to me is I've got two threes, two twos with the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, two sixes with the Six of Cups and the Lovers, which is a number 6 card. And then we've got the Four of Wands and the Strength. Along with the fact that we've got the Two of Cups and the Lovers and even just the Three of Pentacles, I'm really getting this kind of message of things coming together this week or things working together with all these pairings of somehow there is a need to, there's a balance of energy created by two people, two projects, two energies, or within yourself balancing your energies, and they're bringing those together to Three of Wands, to push forward this week. But let's just start with the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles speaks about coming together with others to build something, to create something, to work together. It can speak about people that you might currently work with. We also have the Three of Wands, which is about waiting for something to come in or expecting, like looking out on the horizon, waiting, anticipating something coming in. I just want to start with the Three of Pentacles because that was the first card that came out. And I think that's probably the foundation for what is happening this week. So what is this energy of things coming together to work together, to build something, to create something? And I'm not necessarily getting the message that that's always going to be something physical, but there's like, I just keep getting this feeling that things need to come together and there's an energetic outcome of that that's really positive. So let's see what wants to come through. Why is the Three of Pentacles here, Spirit? Three of Pentacles. Can we clarify that? Page of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Why is the Three of Pentacles? Oh my gosh. That was probably too many. That's 6 cards. So I'm going to pop them back and just 1 or 2 more cards, please, for the Three of Pentacles. 1 or 2 more cards. Why is the Three of Pentacles here, Spirit? I think Seven of Swords. Do you know what energy I'm getting from this? From actually most of the cards on the table here, and I was coming up for me a bit this morning in some of the stuff I was seeing online, and the fact I was reading Onyx Storm as well, is revolution energy. With the Seven of Swords coming out right now, which can speak to lies and deceit, but what I'm noticing is her carrying the swords, looking back and like sneaking away from something, 2 of Swords in the background, making a decision in a group to come together and create something new with the Page of Pentacles. And even with the cards that we went through from the archetypes deck of connecting with our inner knowing and looking at the structures in which we exist and potentially looking at what needs to break down with the fault line, what is breaking down, how can we replace that with something new. I'm getting this real sense of that's the energy of this week. It is soul families coming together, relationships coming together, people coming together, connections of some description that are going to light the fire. You know, usually the Three of Wands is this idea of standing and waiting for something to come in, something that you've been waiting for. But the fire on these wands to me is really speaking to actually that real revolution energy of let's light the fire and get going, like that marching through the streets kind of with a stick on fire energy. And I certainly am seeing things online that kind of speak to that. And I'm not necessarily, I think this comes back to what I was saying before, this coming together of people doesn't necessarily then need to be creating something physical at this point in time, but it's that energetic momentum that's building right now for a shift, for a change, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, that will create change. And that for a long time I've been getting that momentum, that revolution is going to look different than it might have previously. I don't have anything on the table here that's speaking to like conflict and chaos kind of energy, but it's like reclaiming our power in new creative ways by coming together and freeing ourselves from the old ways of being with the Six of Cups here, and finding a new way to come into balance, to meet our needs spiritually and physically. Four of Wands here that can speak to structures and stability, can speak to marriages. But for me, I'm getting exactly this, like let's march into our freedom, because this card and the imagery here really speaks to freedom with me. I've got the Fool on the bottom of the deck in the clarifying deck too, which is my Earth Woman tarot. I also have the Two of Cups, the Lovers, and the Strength card. So there does seem to be a message here around love specifically, But even the Two of Cups doesn't have to be love. Look, it's exactly what I'm talking about. It's the people coming together to connect their energy to create something new and beautiful. I might just clarify that. We've also got the Strength card, which probably matches what I was saying here with the Two of Pentacles, like balance of those parts of ourselves, of that passion, of that fuel and rage that might be burning within us right now, and the other side, the softer side, leaning more into the love, leaning more into the connection, leaning more into seeing the reality that we are all just walking in our own truth, and letting go of the judgment there and moving from a place of love. Let me just clarify the Two of Cups and the Lovers, please. Clarifying the Two of Cups and the Lovers. Too many. Thank you. Ace of Swords and the Seven of Wands again. Seven of Wands this time. So we've got one more card about the Two of Cups and Lovers, which is the Star, speaks to healing energy, Aquarius energy, wish fulfillment. I'm just going to... The Lovers again, Tower, Page of Wands. This coming together with other people is going to require you to step into your truth, to actually be able to step into this energy this week and have this like energetic impact on the world around you, and this gain this momentum, ride this wave. It will require you stepping into your truth with the Ace of Swords and protecting your energy from the judgment that may be taking place around you. Just standing in your truth will be calling in the connection that you need in your life right now to step into your strength and to ride this momentum of energy that's coming in. I was shuffling to clarify the strength, and I got the Page of Wands, the Tower, and the Lovers. So this may actually bring about significant change, Tower and the fault line in one reading in your life this week, but the energy feels really good. So I don't think this is anything to worry about, but I'm really getting the sense that you have a choice right now of what side of this you want to be on. Do you want to lean into your truth? Do you want to lean into your inner power, into your inner strength, stand in that truth and let this alchemy take place, this magic take place that will take place as a result of this all coming together? Or are you going to keep hiding that from the world around you, hiding that from yourself, and be stuck in the past? Even as I say that, I'm looking at the fault line and seeing like we've got this timeline splitting right now. It is time to choose what you want, and it is your choice, but it's not going to be an easy choice, and it is going to require standing in your truth, protecting your energy, and not worrying about what others feel about you or say or judge, or the significant change that might cause in your life. If you can do that and find the strength and find the courage to do that, not only will that be healing, but it's going to bring about all of this and just getting this like wave of beautiful energy and momentum that's pushing people along their paths really quickly if they're able to step into this week. I'm just going to see if there's any other messages that want to come through. Any other messages for the week ahead for the Mind, Body, Soul Collective? Eight of Swords. It's time to release yourself from what's holding you back and recognize that you can do that. You can move forward with passion and go after your goals, go after what you want in life, that the things you think are hurdles currently are not. Temperance, this is divinely guided and supported right now. And Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. It is It's bringing about this new beginning, this new creation that you are here to create right now. And again, that doesn't have to look like something physical. It can be 10 of Cups. It can be energetic. It can just be a relationship. The energetic impact of what you are creating, be it something physical, be it just you coming into connection with other people, be it just you standing in your truth, is having a ripple effect out beyond you, beyond what you can possibly imagine. We have the 10 of Cups come out, which is just like pure happiness, love. So for some of you with the Lovers, the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups here, I'm really getting a really strong love vibe, or if there might be love connections moving to the next level, or new love connections coming in. Empress just fallen out, and I did have the Empress before. So possibly twin flame unions for any of you on that path. Just see if there's anything else that wants to come out. Strength again. 6 of Swords, 2 of Wands. Making a decision. Are you staying in the past, or are you moving forward into the future? It's your choice right now. The Lovers keeps poking out, and I've got the 3 of Wands back as well. This is your chance for a new beginning. This is our chance for a new beginning, is what's coming through there. But we have to recognize that we hold the key, that we need to step into our power to bring it through, bring it in. Oh, wow, strength at the bottom of the deck as well. And the 7 of Cups in reverse. Don't be worried about not knowing what path to pick. It's not about knowing what this looks like right now. It's not about even needing to pick a path. It's about coming into your gnosis, your inner knowing, and stepping into your truth, letting things crack and fall away if they need to, if they're holding you back. Yeah, just really leaning into your truth. With the Sun here, I mean, that just speaks to beautiful, like this is happy card. So even this and the Eternal Child may be leaning into those things that make you feel happy in a way that is aligned with your best and highest good. But also the message I'm getting here is to possibly connect with nature a bit this week, with that imagery there. Follow your inner knowing. You know what to do this week. You know what your truth is. Step into it, say it, speak it, do whatever you need to do to fully embody your inner truth, and that will call this all in. I just keep getting this wave, like this rainbow wave of energy pushing people along their path if they choose to ride the wave. Wow. I'm so interested. I keep spinning the deck to the High Priestess to follow your intuition on this, your inner knowing. You know what to do. Go do it. And let me know what this was for you, what comes in this week that you can feel within has shifted timelines for you. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Goodbye.